Okay. Good. A lot of tension on it. I don't see how you're gonna connect. I don't see how it says to connect everything after you mount it. I'm gonna go ahead and connect the connectors already. So here's the. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and connect the connectors already. So here's the this one, the one that says egg on it. Connect that one, and then there should be one more right here. Okay, right there. Alright, all connected. And then now, how the hell are you supposed to put this in here without messing up the wires? I know, right? Is it supposed to be really tight like that? I guess so. Yeah, you gotta really press down on these wires. I hope I'm not messing up the connector on it all. You know? And then we put it in. This is gonna be hard. I'm gonna lie, dude. Alright, so one thing you can do is screw it into the to the plate already, the mounting plate, because it kind of already does. These are all the screws from the old controller. So go ahead and already screw these in a little bit. Okay, so they're in a little bit. So what you're gonna have to do is push down on these, or can we push up? I would push down because the bracket gets in the way, and this power cable's like huge. You really gotta tweak the power cable a whole lot, man. Yeah, it's not a lot of room to work with back there, man. Not one. Yeah, and then make sure you have your Allen wrench ready to go. Let's see, these make us have trouble. It's kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a pain in the ass to mount. Okay, all right, different view. Different view. My back is starting to hurt. Okay, so you're gonna press down on all this stuff. Just freaking just sandwich it all in there. And then start screwing it in here. Why is this so hard to get in? This is like stripped or something. Yeah, it won't tighten anymore. I should use a different screw. Okay. So there it is. It's on there. Man, I'm telling you, it feels like it's gonna break right off or something. Okay, So it's on there. So there's going to be all this kind of wires out here and stuff hanging out. Yeah, I'm surprised there's nothing to support it on the bottom. It doesn't say anything about that. Like they could have just mounted it here, or they could have made a bracket that goes up to here. I don't know. I think that's the way it's supposed to go, man. Alright, so there's that cover that covers all this stuff too. So it's not going to be so bad, but... Now, I think they were saying that you can route this up into here if you want it to be cleaner. We could just route it alongside this harness right here. This outside harness. Yeah, I think I'd just rather do that. There's not a lot of room on the top. Let's just leave this outside for now, I think what we're gonna do is just route it up here with the rest of the harness. With the thick harness. Man, it looks like it flexes a whole lot too. I'm not really happy with the way that's mounted there. Okay. Alright, well, it's on there. Okay, so here's a view from this side. I don't like how this flops around so much. I get the feeling that this is supposed to connect here, but this is just disconnects to the wire. I don't really know what the bottom of the bracket goes to. It doesn't connect to anything. It has a hole right here to mount something, but maybe it's just for that. I don't know. It's a good question. Alright, so anyway, so let's start putting the bike back together. So this is the little shroud that was on the bottom. We're going to go install this next. The controller was mounted to this, if you remember correctly. So I guess I don't think this controller mounts to this. Yeah, I'm surprised how much it flops around and stuff, man. Is that how it's supposed to be? Okay, I figured it out. So this is where the controller mounted before. That's where these screws go. So this cover actually goes right here because it's already threaded. So I didn't know why they put 2 and 2 together. Like, oh yeah, that's right. That's supposed to go there. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead. So we got these screws here. It's a 3mm. Take the other one out. So if you don't remember correctly, this is the bracket for the old. This is a cover for the controller. And I wonder where this is supposed to go actually. Does it go in here? No, I don't think so. Okay, whatever. Let's just move that up there for now. I don't remember how this goes. This goes here like this. Oh, I see. It holds the wire in. That's why it doesn't want to go in. It actually holds that wire in. I don't know what that wire is for. I think it's a brake wire. So I'm not gonna lie, Hades may get struggling a little bit. I got a bad memory, you know. Okay, I apologize. It's a little dark. But you kind of get the idea what's going on here. Trying to put these bolts back in so we can cover up the wiring. Oh yeah. Okay, there we go. Whew. So I don't know what's supposed to hold the bottom on anymore now. Because before the controller was mounted on this. So now this kind of hovers here, hiding behind this little plate here. I mean, it's nice it protects it and all, but... So is that it? Man, it's really small. Okay. And to tell you the truth, I don't even think we had to drop the skid plate. Think about it. Like, why did we drop the skid plate? We didn't need to get to anything under the motor. I think, you know. All right. So yeah, that kind of goes up there like that. Oh yeah. I put the wrong one on this one. Take this back out. I put the wrong one. It's the other small one. Okay, so I think that's it. I feel I feel that the bottom should be connected to something, dude. I don't know what, but I'm not really sure what those screws that they gave us are. We got 6 of these black screws, so I don't really know what these are for, man. I don't know if we're supposed to stow any of these cables anywhere. They're just kind of just here, you know. They tuck in there pretty good. It's the power one. The power wire is the one, the pain in the ass one. Yeah, so, I don't know, it looks okay. Got this big mass of wire here. Sliding around there. We didn't have to mess around with the motor at all. Okay, so I'll tell you now, we've got this left, this little cover. This little cover was, it goes right here. We're not going to be able to put that back in because there's nowhere to put it on. It connects right here on the X controller, and I think those itty bitty little screws are the ones that go in there. Yeah, these ones. So this goes here. Then this, you're not going to use these because it doesn't go all the way down there. So this actually mounts here on the plastic cover to the bottom of the Sauron controller. So that's where that goes. I think we're good. I'm not really happy with this, how flexy that is, you know. I'm thinking there should have been like a rubber mount or something on it, but the stock controller didn't have it either, so I don't know. I feel that there should be something supporting it from the bottom. It's just kind of just hanging there, you know. Yeah. I feel there should be a bracket at least going to like right here. So if we wanted to, we could get a wire. Yeah, we could get a piece of flat steel and run it up to this hole here. I think that's what that might be. There's a hole right here. They didn't include anything like that in the kit, so I don't know. But I would feel better if there was something connecting something from here to right here, just so to give it stability, you know. Yeah. So I wish it kind of showed you in the manual how it's supposed to look. Okay, so we're gonna go through our manual again. All right, so we've mounted the controller. We've connected all the connectors. Here it says like once you mounted it up to the frame, you can connect everything. I wouldn't do that. I would connect everything first, then mount it to the frame, because like I really had to tuck everything up in there. Yeah, and I had to really press down on those connectors, on the wires. I hope I didn't mess the wiring connectors up. But this is going to be that way forever. And then now it says once the harness has been routed to the once the controller has been mounted, plug in the Molex connectors and route them up, and this will connect to their mating connectors to the Sauron. And it says the controller heatsink should be facing outward, and that's what it looks like. Yep, outward right there. Yeah, I don't like how it flops around a little bit like that. What was the point of having this bracket on the bottom? I might have to go send the email to Alan and figure out what's dealy. Because it doesn't connect to anything. There's nothing to connect it to. Anyway, that may have the thing we're gonna have to fabricate. It's gonna look ghetto. So thus far it looks pretty good, man. It looks pretty professional looking. Other than like it's blue and yellow, it doesn't match my bike very well anymore. So I had an all black and kind of gray bike, and now I got like a blue and yellow and aluminum colored controller. So and we're probably going to wind up making, what I'm probably going to do is wind up making an aluminum bracket to go from here to here to give it support. I feel that like once I hit a jump or something, this thing's just going to snap right off or something, you know. The bike is going to be subjected to like very harsh because it's 80 Megas bike. Okay, so the next step is to display installation 4 is display regen and regen throttle. So the display has a 5-pin connector and the regen has a 3-pin. So the one that has the 3-pin, we gotta put electrical tape around it because we're not using it. You may, but it's nice, it's there. So if I do want to add the regen throttle later, I can do that. So it's, you may run the harness through the frame for a clean installation. However, you will need to remove the ignition assembly in order to do so. So his biggest bike has this big, ugly wiring harness coming out the side of his bike, and I've chosen to just run those wires up here. So, all right. So the next step is to install the display. So once the harness has been routed through the bars, now you can install the color display and regen throttle. This will connect to their own corresponding connectors. Okay. So I'm wondering if we need to what we need to do with the stock speedometer. Is it gonna work like normal? That's a good question. Anyway, okay, I'm not really sure. Okay, yeah. So another thing I was thinking about when installing is I'm not gonna be able to install it where my other controller is right now. So I made this cool bracket that mounts to the center of the handlebar here. I like it in the center, and I won't be able to do that. So I think we could either mount it on the right or the left. I don't know. I think since the stocks are on display is on the left, we'll put it on the left where the turn signal switch and all that good stuff is on my bike. So okay, so the egg rider display has this odd metric size, 2.5 millimeters. I'm gonna go do this. So this is only designed to fit on the skinny part of the handlebar, either on the left or the right. And we have to maybe rig something up so we can put it in the center later, but I don't know if we're gonna still use this or not. That's a good question. Okay, so that just swings like that, and then just clamps on like that. Pretty simple. I'm gonna turn it upside down for now, and then it just kind of the clamping force from the screw keeps it from rotating, I think. Okay. Ooh, look at that! It fits there like perfect. It's like it was made to go with this turn signal switch. Tight. I may mess it up. Okay, so it's not moving anymore. Maybe I want to tilt it up a little bit. Okay, it still moves a little bit. So now we're gonna go connect this to the green connector right here. So kind of want to run it right here. Okay, yeah. So if we put it here, we can hide it behind the number plate. So that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and route this. You've got about like 2 feet. You got about 2 feet of cable to work with here. So got some options. Is what I'm gonna say. Where you want to route it. I'm gonna go route it between the forks and the heads and the stem. Plug this guy in. Plug it in. Okay. And this one we're gonna have to cover for now. And then I'm just gonna put that all and tuck it behind here, and that should be it. Yeah, I think. Pretty simple. There is a little piece of plastic that you can take out. I will leave it there. Installation, page 5. Installation is now complete. Now is the time to button everything back. Ensure the lugs on the controller are properly fastened and all connectors are properly seated. Plug the battery connector back into the battery and flip the circuit breaker back on. Turn the switch on and there should be a solid LED on the controller. Okay, so the egg rider display should automatically turn on along with the BAC controller when the key is switched to the on position. Do note that when changing settings via the egg rider app, you must press the orange button on top of the egg rider to turn off the display. This is the only way to save settings. Otherwise, the egg rider will simply reset itself to the previous settings. Okay, so when we start messing around with this, we'll do that. I've already downloaded the app on my phone. It's pretty cool stuff, man. I can't wait to play around with it. All right, so basically, we're done. Yeah, I think this is fine. I'm pretty happy with all the wiring. I know I've got this rat's nest going on here, but it's the way it's been. So, all right, so we're gonna go put the battery back in and see if it works. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go install our battery. All right, I'll do it from this side so you guys can see. Okay, put this up. The wires out of the way. Hopefully it goes in the way I did before. No problem. Gonna connect the power one first. Okay, and then the one for the controller, the little whatever one. And so you guys couldn't see. Anyway, I plugged this one in first. Then I plugged this one in first. Next thing to do is turn this, and then it should be good. Okay. Okay, I got 88% charge. Should probably charge it. Shut that first. Let's go get the key. See if it fires up. Oh man, here it is. This is the moment of truth. Did Marlon do it right? It may just blow up. All right, it's on. Boom! Egg rider display on. So you still get to use this. You still can use this, so that's good. And there's the egg rider display, nice and clear. 64.8 volts. It says we have 100% battery. I don't believe it because it says 88% right here. Okay. So this is the high and low power switch on my bike. Let's see if that does anything. I don't know. Doesn't do anything. All right, so let's get it up. I don't really want to ride it right now. Let's get it up on a stand, and plus we still need to install this, but let's just fire it up and see if it works. Okay, one thing I should note is there's supposed to be some kind of LED on the controller, and I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. Okay, so there's an LED back there. See, it's blinking red right now. And look at how much it flexes. I don't like that, man. I'm thinking maybe Alan forgot to give me something. I think it's something that goes from here to here. I would think this bracket should be longer, man. There's nothing. Why even put anything on the side? Oh, it's just to hold the heatsink on, I guess. But why even put anything here if it doesn't connect to anything, right? I feel that something's supposed to go in this hole right here. But I will ask Alan. I've never seen one of these. I've never seen a BAC2000 installed on the bike before. All right, so let's get this on the stand and yeah. Let's turn it off first so it doesn't just take off on me. I know, I'm so excited. I've been working on this for a couple hours already. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right, man. There it is. Can you guys see? All right, there it is. It's up on the stand. I want to go blip the throttle real quick. Ooh, it works. Alright, that was only like part throttle right there. Alright, man. It works. I don't know how fast that is, but let's see. I will go get it up to max speed, and we'll see what it says on the display. 44 miles per hour is what it's saying. Yeah, okay. Should go faster than that, but let's put it on low power. Oh yeah, it's the same. the power switch does nothing. Wait, let me see how many watts so it actually tells you how much watts you're pulling while you're doing it. So let's go do a full twist. Something like 500 watts. It's pulling like 500 watts. Let's put it on the low power setting. It's the same. It's like I lost my low power setting. So I'm gonna have to ask Alan about that, and we're gonna have to play around with the controller, the display controller and stuff. And so tomorrow I will go take it out for a test ride. But there it is. It's installed, and it works with the side stand down, so that's good. Because I took if you remember correctly, I removed the side stand switch, the sensor. So it's just always been there. It's been annoying. It's never been connected. So so I just disconnected. I took it out. And if you're wondering what it is, it's this guy right here. I took that out. So on a normal Suron, if your side stand is down, it won't take off. So it's a safety feature that I don't want. Okay. All the safety stuff has been disabled on this bike, by the way. So there you go. It works. I can't wait to take it for a spin. So I'm going to go charge the battery. It's at 88% right now. The egg rider display said it was pulling like 500 watts. So That's pretty close to, was it? Yeah, 500 watts. So, but it was the same in both modes. So I'm gonna have to play around with it. There's nothing else in the manual. There's nothing else in the manual. There's nothing that tells you how to set any settings or something, or how it operates. They just say you turn it on and then you're good to go. So I don't know what other stuff that we can set on it, but I would like a high and low power mode, and it doesn't have it right now. At least the way that the previous owner set it up. So I don't know. I don't know how to mess around with that. It looks like it's just at full power. It's in sport mode. So I'll show you the egg writer display real quick. It is live right now, by the way. So we got 88% charge here. Yeah, so it says 100% on the battery. It says 88 here. So I think you're gonna have to find some way to sync these up. It says 64.4 volts. That's a lot of voltage. This is supposed to be a 60-volt battery, right? 0%. It says it's in sport mode. There's a 3 here and an R22. I don't know what those are. This tells you how many watts. So if I blip it, okay. So this is how much take up is before it starts taking off. Almost like a quarter throttle before it starts going, man. Not good for drag racing. Pretty smooth power output. It's got some pretty smooth power output. So there you go. You can see the. Actually, let me lower the brightness down so you guys can see it a little better. It's super bright, man. It's way brighter than the surround display. I think this is like accumulated ride time, maybe, or it's a. It looks like a trip meter, and this is your this is a trip meter. This is a ride time, I think. So it's been on for like 4 minutes, and then that tells you how many watts you're pulling. I guess there's a lot of watts. Yeah, it kind of like spikes really high and then it goes down a little bit. So I think that's the surge, like a surge. Like when you connect something to a generator, there's a surge power. Like it goes up and then it stabilizes. So. Okay, so, damn, I know it's just resting on the motor right now. Anyway, so last thing I have to do is install the skid plate. And then I'm gonna go ride it around like this, but I'm gonna make a bracket that goes from here to here. And then, yeah, we'll make a bracket that goes from here to here, and then I don't even think we need this. Why is this even here? Because this holds this in here. Yeah, it does. So I'm gonna make a bracket that goes from here to here. Maybe I'll paint it black too. Here, and then we'll put a screw and a nut here, and then we'll put a screw in here. Maybe just like a self-tapping screw or something. I don't really know what screw is supposed to go in there, but I think a self-tapping screw would work. It's all plastic, so. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and install the skid plate. Like I said, I don't even think we needed to uninstall I don't even think we had to take out the skid plate. All right,